Okay, so we're back to normal. About normal as it will be. Hey guys, as you can see I got back on the server. Figured it was about time I redeemed myself for the failed attempt earlier. So I went around to all our bases, I grabbed up some of our tames. As you can see here I got 4 Spinos. And there should be about 10 dire wolves. Yeah, looks about that. These are all like the maxed out dinos that we've got. So yeah, as you can see here, they're all max level. As well as high as they're gonna go. The server is still... I'm gonna jump on this one. I think. Yeah, I still don't have a shield. I forgot to mention earlier that that was one of the big things that I fucked up on. I didn't have a shield to block the acid. But this time I'm gonna try use the Spino as a meat shield instead. Really love for that server ping to go down. Before I jump in, I'm just double checking what the command is for attack my target, because I don't remember what it is. I'm just quickly grabbing. Obviously I can get in there and just whistle aggressive, but then when they come back out... Oh. No, wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Attack this target to 7. Oh no, there you go. Whistle attack target, it's there. It's 6, not 7. Alright, so I'll just look at the boss, whistle attack, and then hopefully the dire wolves get there before the Spinos do. I'm not 100% confident. Like, I got my armor back, I finally got some weapons. That's what took me the longest. I needed to grab another ascended pike. But I got a fair few while I was doing the cave runs, so I got some backups. I went around to my other bases and grabbed all my ascended weapons and armor from there, so as you can see here, fully prepared. This is about 10 complete sets of over 1000 armor. In here I've got a few sets of weapons. Everything that I've got now I've got backups of. And I put up storage boxes for everyone to put their items in before we go into these things. So as you can see here, I've got all my tools and stuff like that in here. No point losing them, especially when they're harder to back up. Again, the server really doesn't want me to stream right now. I gotta stick to late night streams apparently, but it should be alright. So what I'll do... Alright, yeah, just getting a bit closer. Just making sure they didn't go out of the circle. Um, so like I said, I've pretty much just been on since the server went back up. Recollecting the supplies took me a bit, like, didn't take half as long as it did the first time. Oh, okay. I don't know why I got that again. I already have it. Level 91. Jeez, if only it told me which one picked up all my elements. So, maybe the wolves were a bit overkill. Just maybe. It's highly possible that the wolves were overkill. Oh, hang on. It didn't actually show me its Does that mean when the wolves has my element? Because that's gonna suck. That's frustrating. Alright, well, that was immediate. That boss had no chance, so note to self, less wolves next time. Because these guys just shred. I didn't even get any shards because the queen didn't have time to spawn anything in. One of them's got my element. Because they've got the setting. I accidentally forgot to take off the loot corpses. So someone here has my element. And I already checked all the spiders. Okay, come on. Get me out of the spider. Oh no, this spawner had all my element. Okay. I had a feeling one of the spawners would have got the final hit. Made no sense that a wolf would get it. Wait, only 28? I could have sworn you got more. Oh well, I got everything I needed. And you know what? Just because I can, I'm gonna start a little flag collection over here. I usually do this at my main base, but nobody sees it when it's at my main base, so I'm gonna start it over here, where everybody comes to do the boss fights. Kinda sucks how quickly it was over. At least last time we had a fighting chance. But that's our server for you. You can see why it's not hard. I probably could have left the wolves out and just taken the spinos in. Still kinda sucks don't know, 100 shards can turn into one piece of element, and one piece of element can be turned into 100 shards. So it's kind of like a give and take thing, but shards are used as ammo for most things. Okay, well, a few things. It's used for ammo for the tech turrets and certain tech weapons. Actually, come to think of it, I think only the railgun uses it as far as handheld weapons go, but I might be wrong. I actually haven't messed around with the railgun too much. I'm not a big Operation fan. Like, the map's great, it's just so hard to get around on it. Like, the thing that makes it great is what makes me want to play it less. If that makes any sense. Anyway, that kind of sucked. I know that was like it wasn't even a 10-minute thing. Most of that was just me getting ammo that I'm not needing. I suppose I could grab some artifacts and go again on the higher difficulty, but I think the outcome's just going to be the same anyway. I mean, we saw how quickly they shredded through it, and it looks like half of them aren't even damaged, if at all. Bloody glitches. If you're wondering where the direwolves came from, I've got a base set up north with a bunch of them. Pretty much like, it started out as me just having like a bunch of places. It started out as a place where I could store wolves, and then I needed storage, so I ended up adding a bunch of storage vaults. Okay, server. No, don't do this now. I added a bunch of vaults, and then I realized that I could defend the place without turrets, so I let the wolves wander around. Next thing I knew, I had pregnant wolves left, right, and center. Which wasn't a bad thing, obviously, because you get more for less. Combine that with the fact that all wolves travel in packs of 4, and it's really not hard to get. Like, if you're, as you've seen, our server's settings are insane. If you're really desperate to take on a boss, just go grab a couple of packs, bring them back, wait for them to reach max level over time, or find a way to level them up really quickly, and then take them into the fight, no problem. That's just the beauty of this server. I should return some of this ammo I took. I don't need to just carry this much. I grabbed way more than I needed. God damn. It went from having no chance at all and should not have gone into the boss fight to, come on man, that wasn't even spawning. In the matter of a few hours. That's kinda unfortunate. Again, I wanted to have a chance. I actually like the boss fights, especially on normal servers. It's a lot of fun to just outmaneuver a boss rather than, well, do that. Okay, axe goes there. I didn't even need to put my gear away. Yeah, so as you can see, got quite a fair bit of ascended gear while I was out. I actually got a fair few shotguns. A lot of the armor I already had, but I didn't have all that many weapons left. In fact, I think I still only have about 3 good snipers in reserve. A lot of them have like low durability, stuff like that. That one's alright, that one's alright. Maybe not, it might be something else that just has a bunch of low durability versions. Yeah, because it's not the snipers. The snipers are actually really good. I bet you it's the pikes, isn't it? Yeah, 79. 200 something. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what it is, but one of the weapons I like have shit all for. Let's see here. So what did I unlock in tech? There's a quicker way to go down, but fuck it. Yes, I was right. Tech foundation of walls. Oh, you actually get the boots from it. Okay, I'd forgotten about that. So the next step is building a tech fabricator, tech replicator. Because this is one that I actually build, I get to keep it. I need more black pearls, and I doubt I have that much crystal and polymer. That's a while away from being built. I've got the metal, but the other's gonna take a bit. Hang on, how much element? Ah, I'm gonna need 100 element anyway. Forgot about that. But yeah, once you build your once you actually build a tech replicator, you're actually allowed to place it down, and then you're allowed to go into you're allowed to use admin sheets whenever you like on the server, provided it's not within a boss fight. So I'd be allowed to use creative mode to build whatever I want after that, but I think I'll go for the rest of the bosses first. What else do we have here? I still need the other pieces of the armor. Wouldn't mind getting the tech sword actually. That way, when I'm using a shield, I can still attack. Aside from that, there's not all that much that I use in tech. I don't use the saddles. I don't use catwalks. Oh good, I got ceilings. I don't use the slope roofs. I don't use the fences. I don't use the tech generator. I very rarely use the portal. My teleporter. The force field generator might be alright. I mean, it's PvE, so we don't really need one, but it's always good to just show off with one. Either way. One down. Well, I can't even say that because it wasn't even alpha level. I should have just gone YOLO for alpha. Now I've got a bunch of resource gathering again. Titan boa, that looks like enough vertebrae from here. Argent, yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna need to get everything again. Yeah, only the vertebrae, right? Not to mention the artifacts, gotta get those again. That's a couple of hours of grinding that I'll do off camera. I'll try to put all of my like big boss fights on camera if you want. I just wanted to do a redemption from the failure earlier. You can see the difference between bringing in one barely level trike and an army like you're supposed to. I wanted to make it a bit more sporting, but that just got me killed, so this is what you end up with. But yeah, I'm actually quite proud of this. A full pack of 10 max level walls with a 211 leader. Why aren't... Okay, that's weird. That is very weird. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna take one of these back, cause, oh wait, no, cause Minx. So there's a spawner for each player, and then there's 10 direwolves. The 10 direwolves are kinda overkill though. Oh no, I suppose, if we're sitting back on the spawners and sniping, The dire wolves are perfect. They're small and agile. Inventories, I've got to search for my element. It's a little frustrating, but I guess I can deal with it. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna get enough element in, like, quickly, because getting the artifacts one after another is a pain. And you can't put them in diner inventories. What I think I might do is I'll get a parasite. I'm pretty sure I've got one of those at this other base over here. I'll get a parasite. I'll put a this one should already have a platform saddle. I'll put a storage chest on it. Actually, I might use a Bronto. Bronto's got a higher chance of surviving. And it's got a nice AoE. Yeah, I'll use a Bronto. It's slower, but it's better off. Anyway, like I was saying, I'll use it to collect more artifacts at once. I'll just pretty much like store a bunch of them on its back, and then go to the next cave, store a bunch more, go to the next cave. I'll probably end up with about 10 or 15 of each artifact. And then take them back to Red Obby where I can store them. What else can I do? Yeah, come to think of it, I might as well use the Bronto. I'm not using it for anything else. I'm too afraid that it's gonna starve itself to death to actually put a base on top of it. Turns out that's what happened to my Titanosaur earlier. Just in case that video doesn't come out, I tamed a Titanosaur on our PvP server, and I was planning on just like ruining someone's day with it. But when the day finally came that I could actually go on a base raid, it turns out that it starved itself to death, which took like a day. That's what pissed me off. It took a day for it to starve. Wasn't even enough time to do anything with it. It took longer to tame the damn thing. So I need to. That's why we need to alter the settings a bit more. Holy shit! This is what I mean. This thing had a lot more berries on it this morning. Come to think of it. This one's probably better off. Yeah, it's a bit faster. You can probably go through the trees a bit better, although the Bronto could knock them all down. And I guess it comes down to personal preference, and I choose the Parasite. What are the dragons up to? What are you guys up to? Still no eggs? God. Might need to fiddle with the settings. It's weird because the wolves had no problem breeding, but they're having some trouble. I might need to double check if dragons can. Sorry, been up all night. I might actually have to double check that dragons can actually breed, especially on the island. I think it's almost about time I take a break. Yeah, definitely about time I take a break. I'm definitely ahead of everyone else. Like I said, I'm gonna be handing out that riot armor to anyone that participates in the boss fights, which should be everyone. My plan is to get us all up on the Spinos and snipe at the enemies, because the snipers that we've got, these ones do about 500 damage per shot, which, as we saw, the wolves pretty much just take care of everything anyway. But if we find that too boring, I might either reduce the amount of wolves we take in with us, or just eliminate them entirely and hope for the best for Spinos. But I kind of wish there was a system where any dinosaur that didn't take damage kind of, I don't know. On one half, I wish that I could put a server setting on where the dinosaurs that go into the boss arena don't come back out. And that way we've at least got to retain them before we can go in again. On the other hand, it's like, I just don't want to lose any dinosaurs, because especially when they're max level. It takes so long to get a group of dinosaurs to max level, it's not funny. Because it's not like the shared XP is all that good for them. If the shared XP was more, it would probably be less of a hassle. I also just feel like the whole idea of this season was that we would get the others to finally win a boss fight. But I still wanted it to be somewhat legit. But just watching those wolves, it's like, this isn't gonna work out. They might as well not be here. They're not gonna make a difference. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should take the wolves out. I don't know if we should just be using our Spinos and nothing more. I don't know if I should just change what we've got. Instead of wolves, maybe have something slower. It takes longer to kill it. I don't know how I can change it to be fairer. I mean, if I wanted to be even more unfair, I'd take a Parasaur in with a bunch of turrets loaded on its back. That's always fun to watch. No. Either way, we'll see what happens. I've definitely got a foolproof way of just getting a bunch of element once I've got all the artifacts that I need. But, alright, I'm not gonna do that, because that's really loud. But yeah, kinda sucks that it was over so quickly. That's how bad the server is right now. Gotta hit center mass just for it to register. Anyway, so I'm gonna end this live stream now so that the server isn't pissed at me anymore. And then I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna grab all the artifacts. I'll probably hide them so that the others go get their own artifact. What I might end up doing actually is I might just take the wolves and Spinos away. Actually, I'll keep the Spinos, but I'll take the wolves away. And I'll tell them to use their own dinosaurs that they capture and tame. That way it's not just a pack of max level wolves, it's actually like probably 10 or 20 plus levels from tame. Whatever the hell they want to bring in. Because I'm just trying to think of how to make it more spawning, because as you saw, like, those wolves just teared it apart. The first live stream was almost 3 hours long, this one's 30 minutes long. Like, that's a massive difference, and it's going to be even worse when we're talking about a full team going after the bosses. Because their health doesn't really change, it only really changes, but it's going to have just as much health for them as it just did for me. Even though there's 4 people going in instead of just 1. Anyway, but like I said, I'm going to end this live stream here because the server is really not liking me. Oh, actually, just one last thing. Sorry, I keep forgetting things. All that ammunition you saw took me hours to do. Like, in between running for the artifacts, I was just getting a shit ton of metal and everything like that to make bullets. So, I feel like sharing that with them, just to save time. But, again, if the first boss fight we do is too easy, I'll make them go get their own teams. Well, I'll probably make them go get their own teams anyway, but I might reduce the amount of ammo we take into the fights or something. I'll find some way to make it fair for the bosses. Anyway, yeah, I think that's everything. Sorry this video was so short, but I just wanted to redeem myself after the failure earlier, because that wasn't nice. It kinda hurt my ego a little bit.